Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. As you might know, I made a video a little while ago about J K Rowling and why she might be problematic. I don't want to drag this on too much, however, it does make me sad to think that anyone that has watched that video and then just left my channel might think that I hate J K Rowling. I truly don't. I just wanted to make a video combating that and being a little bit more positive and telling you why, to me, J K Rowling has always been an inspiration. This is not to say that I am going back on any of my words. I still agree with my views in that video and I still agree with everything that I said. I don't think that I was being a little snowflake or a SJW or anything like that. I just think that sometimes you can form your own opinions of your heroes, and just because I have negative views of J K Rowling doesn't mean that all of a sudden I have no positive views of her. I'm just going to give you a few reasons why J K Rowling is unproblematic. Let's start on how she is such a huge inspiration to me. So when I was younger, I used to write a lot, and I remember my first story being about a talking tree. I've spoken about this before. It sticks out in my mind, that story. For some reason, what sticks out from my childhood is writing stories and drawing and things like that, because that's when I found my passion for art, and that's when I found my passion for writing. I've always been like this. I'm not going to say that Harry Potter is the thing that got me into writing or anything, but it most certainly was a huge inspiration to me and definitely threw me into that kind of world and made me have that passion and drive to want to be an author someday. Still to this day, I still want to be an author. I still want to write books and novels, and I wish that I had the time to do it, but on top of work, YouTube, friendships, trying to date, trying to see family, it's so freaking impossible to actually write and find the time. Being able to write and just get everything onto paper, even if it's just my feelings, is just so incredible. And the fact that J K Rowling went from being this single mum, this divorced woman who was living off of state benefits, and it's just incredible that she was able to come up with this amazing world and get it onto paper, and she just followed her dreams and her inspiration, and she just started writing. And even though Harry Potter got rejected by so many publishers before it got published, she kept fighting. And imagine if she had just stopped after the first rejection. Like, we wouldn't even have Harry Potter. Like, what a crazy, sad concept, honestly. And I am so grateful to her for pushing and for putting herself out there and for putting her work out there. It's incredible, her writing, and the fact that it started out as a children's book and then it kind of goes more into like adult kind of themes and stuff, but you could still class it as a children's series, is incredible to me. Harry Potter you will always find in bookstores. It will be in the kids section, but you will still find grown adults going to buy the books and going to read them because they tackle such adult themes, and as you go through the books you can tell that it's way more than just a kids series meant to entertain some children. This amazing complex world that she really put time and effort into constructing. Every small detail she has got an answer for. Whether or not, you know, she's made up some details after the book's been written or whatever, you do have to admire the fact that she has created this complex, amazing, realistic, magical world that honestly you could truly believe is real. And when I was younger, trust me, I truly believed it was all real. Just to make it this iconic book series is just, it amazes me. I can't think of any details right now. It's things like the Horcrux, right? The Horcruxes. She must have had that planned from the very first book, and if she didn't, she's very good at making you believe that this was all like planned out from the beginning of the series. Whether or not it was, who knows? But regardless, I think it's genius. The fact that she had the cloak in the first book and that turns out to be Deathly Hallow. You know, you have the story in the Tales of Beedle the Bard about the Deathly Hallows and the three of them and stuff, and the three brothers, and how the cloak ties in from the very first book that's handed down to Harry to the last book. Just small details like that all adds up. It just amazes me. It's just amazing. There are small details that if you look for in the first book to the last, you can tell it was all planned, or at least that's how she's made it seem, and I think that that's absolutely incredible, and it really does take a talented writer to be able to do something like that, and she has just inspired me so much. I wish that I could be so creative and create such an amazing, that really hurt, world on my own. Like, I find it hard as a writer to actually come up with characters and a new world and something original. Like, I find that so hard, which is why I used to always just stick to like fan fiction writing. I always used to stick to that because as a writer you should be able to come up with characters and a world. What I find so easy is putting myself into a character's state of mind and writing about a world, but I have to have it already there to write about. I find it so incredibly difficult to come up with these individual characters on my own, and the fact that she has all these individual characters, their family trees, you know, their family members, she comes up with everything, and it just amazes me and blows my mind, because when I'm creating a character I'm just like, okay, what's their personality like, what do they look like, how old are they, where are they from, and that's about as much as I think about. I don't think about their family tree, their family history, where their character might be going, character development, how I can give them flaws, like how I can give them strengths. I don't think about things like this, and it's something I want to work on as a writer, and she is such an inspiration to me for that. It takes such an amazing talent to be able to do something like that, and I know every writer does that, but for me, Harry Potter was the first series where I was like, wow, writing is amazing, magical, okay, pardon the pun. J K Rowling has also set up a charity called Lumos. People get me wrong in my other video thinking that I hate her and that she's a bad person and blah blah blah. I really don't. She's done some amazing charitable things, and that doesn't get dismissed just because she's tweeted a few things on Twitter. Do you know what I mean? Yes, she makes herself come across a certain way on Twitter that I don't particularly agree with and kind of lets me down as a fan, but she does still do things and has done things in the past. Like, for instance, she's the first author billionaire. How inspiring is that, and how incredible. And do you know what she did? She donated so much money to charity that she lost that title of being a billionaire. Like, what the heck? You can argue that literally anyone would give money to charity if they had that much money just laying around. I mean, who needs that much money? That's up to you, and that's up for your opinion or your debate, but I do think that's incredible, and I do think that's something she should be credited for, and I don't know, I think it's pretty cool. So she set up a charity, and it's for orphans to find loving, caring homes. I'm gonna read you their like statement thing, their what's it called? Their goals, let's just call it. Since 2009, Lumos has prevented 20,915 children from entering harmful institutions. We work to keep families together and provide support for children within their communities. The lives of over 2,692 children suffering from malnutrition, severe neglect, or a lack of access to medical services and treatment. So they've already done so much with that charity, and I remember when she released the charity edition books of Tales of Beedle the Bard, Quidditch Through the Ages and Fantastic Beasts. I remember looking up to her so much for that, and they were just such great side-along books. At the time, I was very excited for anything Harry Potter related to be released, and I feel like it was very appropriate back then for her to be releasing side things for the fans to enjoy and for also charities to benefit from. I just thought that was really inspiring, and I remember getting the books when I was younger and just being so excited and reading the Tales of Beedle the Bard and being like, wow, this is amazing. Like, the fact that she has the Tales of Beedle the Bard full on written out as its own separate book. She could have just had it as like a thing in Deathly Hallows that Hermione reads, and she could have just had the Tale of the Three Brothers written out, but the fact that she went through the effort of writing the entire book, that's how much detail she goes into. She's even written the whole book of the Tales of Beedle the Bard that's in Deathly Hallows. I just think that's amazing that she goes into such effort to make this world so real that she's even writing books within her books to make it feel so real for the fans. I think that's incredible. These are only just a few reasons why I think that J K Rowling is unproblematic. You can comment down below why she's an inspiration to you and why you love her so much. I don't want anyone to think that I hate J K Rowling or anything. Truly, she is an inspiration to me still, and I am so very grateful that she created the world that I love so much, even as an adult. I don't think I will ever forget Harry Potter I don't think my love will ever die for Harry Potter. If you look in my bedroom, everything is Harry Potter, and I'm unashamed because it's something that has touched me on a level that nothing else ever has in my life, and I got a few comments where people were like, oh, be grateful, she created Harry Potter, why are you being so ungrateful? I'm not being ungrateful at all. I just think that you should always have an open mind when you're looking up to your idols, and you should be able to see the goods and you should be able to see the bad to their personalities. You should never just blindly follow someone. You should have your own mind and do your own thinking. So if you like this video, you can like, comment and subscribe. You can turn on my notifications. I make new videos every Thursday and Sunday, or at least I try to. And yeah, thanks for watching. Comment down below what you love about J K Rowling. If you don't love J K Rowling, you can comment what you want down below as well. I'm always open to conversation and discussion. Thanks for watching. Peace out.